Hello again, Blair again. Today we're going to be doing our trick tips tutorial 2. We are going to be learning backside 3 shove, backside big spin, frontside big spin, and frontside 3 shove. So for learning these intermediate level skimboarding tricks, we're gonna start with the shove it mound again. So we're gonna build up a little mound on the flat sand and we're gonna practice spinning our board below our feet. Here we go. So we're gonna start with the backside 3 shove. Backside 3 shoves, they're difficult, especially on the water, or if you're riding a wave and you're trying to do them, they're definitely difficult. So 360 shove it just means your board's spinning a 360 rotation and your body's staying in the same position as when you start the shove it. So for a 360 shove it, you are again kicking your back foot in this direction. So you're trying to move your board this way. Your front foot isn't doing much for a backside 360 shove it. So here's what it looks like in fast motion. You're going like that. That wasn't quite a full 360. We'll try it one more time. All right, full 360 shove it. So kick this back foot out. Your front foot isn't doing much except for catching the board and stopping it when it does the whole rotation. All right, one more time. That was much better. These tricks seem to be a little advanced for you. You can check out our tutorial over here where we run through more basic / beginner level skimboarding tricks. In the first tutorial, we taught you how to do a shove it, and the only difference with the 360 shove it is you're kicking a little bit harder, and you're jumping a little bit higher. So here's a shove it, right? But then for a 360 shove it, you're just gonna be jumping higher, spinning a little bit more. That should be it. All that you have to explain for a 360 shove it. If you know how to do a shove it, the next thing you start doing is trying to spin your board faster and trying to spin it as much as you can. And eventually you're gonna arrive at a 360 shove it. Now we're gonna go into a big spin. A big spin is actually, a lot of people find it easier than 360 shove it, because when you're doing it in the water, you're kind of starting your rotation already. So when you're doing a big spin, your body is doing a 180 motion. So I'm gonna be landing this way, and then my board is doing a 360 below my feet. So I'm turning my body and doing a 180 this way, and then my board's doing a 360 below my feet. So here's what it looks like in fast pace. Starting to rotate your shoulder, and at the same time you're starting your spin, you're also going to be doing that kick with your foot. So starting the rotation and then landing like that. That wasn't the best one, but we'll do it again. Big spins are actually a little bit harder to do on a mound because it's harder to like land back on the mound when you're spinning your body and your board. But when you're doing them in water, they're actually a little bit easier, and I'll show you how to start rotating so you land those when you're on a thin layer of water. Here's what they're gonna look like once you do take them to the water. So you're rotating your upper body again, and you're spinning, you're kicking this back foot again. So center over the mound, and go. Whoop. Whoa. Don't do it like that. Ha. Here we go. The last 2 tricks we're going to teach you in the intermediate skim tricks tutorial are going to be the frontside big spin and frontside 3 shove. Frontside 3 shove is actually one of the harder spin tricks you can do on a skimboard. It's just kind of an awkward feeling trick, and you actually have to use your front foot a little bit more than you would in any other trick in skimboarding. But we're gonna go through the frontside big spin first because that's a little bit easier. And it's definitely easier when you take them to the water and you start practicing them there. Sometimes you can kind of cheat them a little bit more in the water than you can on the mound. here's what a frontside big spin is going to look like. You're going to be spinning this way, unlike a backside big spin. You're going to be opening up like your chest kind of and spinning the other way. So frontside big spin, you're kicking your foot this way as well. Here we go, frontside big spin. Whoa, that was actually, oh! I almost did the rotation. My board spun a 360 and my body did a 180. But then the mound is a little tricky sometimes, especially for more advanced tricks like this. But we'll do that one more time. Frontside big spin. I'm actually using my front foot quite a bit to flick the board. So when I'm spinning, I'm also flicking with my front foot as well as this foot. So it's kind of like you're doing like a opposite kick. You're kind of going like, woo, woo, woo. We'll do that one more time. Woo, frontside big spin. You're going spinning that way again. Here we go. There we go, that was perfect. So see how my body's now facing this way? My board just did a 360. That was a good one. That was actually probably my best frontside big spin on the shove it mound. Frontside 3 shove, that's also very similar, but your body's not moving anymore. So you're just staying stationary, facing this direction. And you're also doing the double kick. Frontside 3 shove. There we go, that was a pretty good one. First trick we're taking to the water is the backside 3 shove, or just we call them 360 shove-its. And this is the easiest direction to spin them in. So again, if I'm gonna be doing a backside 360 shove-it, I'm gonna wanna start running at this angle, waiting for the wave to wash up. Here it comes, 360 shove-it. Whoop. So we can do that one more time, but again, all you really need to do for the 360 shove-it is kick your back leg, and your front foot's just gonna, you basically just want to be centered over your board the whole time, and you're gonna want to anticipate that board and yourself landing on the board after it does a 360 spin. Whoop. Pretty important thing to take note of when you're doing a shove-it of any sort. You'll notice with that last one, I kind of scooped it more and the board popped off the water. And it actually came up quite a ways. And that was because I scooped it with my back foot, and my back foot was placed pretty far back here. It's easier to learn those with your foot being up a little higher on your board. And then the board's not gonna pop off from the water as much. It's just gonna be a more level, flat rotation. And those are gonna be a little bit easier if you're just learning how to do these. But if you wanna get more advanced and kind of pop them, scoot your foot back and then scoop with your back foot a little bit more. Now we're gonna go into big spins. Backside big spins are almost easier to learn than 3 shoves because when you do them, you're already starting to do the rotation. I'll show you what I mean right here. So backside big spin. You're turning a little bit and then you're doing the shove it. You're dragging your backhand in the water. You're starting to turn this way already. And then once you've turned this way a little bit, then you do the shove it. So really you're doing almost like a 270 or something, because your board's not really doing the full 360 shove it anymore if you're already spun halfway there. And I usually tell the kids I'm teaching to start with learning this trick after they've learned their 180 shove-its, backside shove-its. This trick's a little bit easier because you're already starting that rotation. And really what you're doing is you're almost just doing a shove-it while you're doing a spin. So remember, you're starting the turn and then you're catching it and you're almost pivoting. You're catching it right here and then you're finishing it like that. Now I'm gonna be doing the frontside tricks. And we're gonna start with the frontside big spin because it's a little bit easier than the frontside 3 shove. It's easier again because you're already starting the rotation of the board with your body. So here, we're gonna wait for this wave to wash up. All right, when we're running, starting the rotation, and then now I'm finishing with my body facing this way. Another thing that's pretty important when you're doing these, is you kind of just want to think about it as you're just doing a shove it really below your feet, and your body's doing the rest of the motion. So you're just starting to spin this way a little bit, you're doing a shove it, and then you're finishing the rotation of the board with your body. So you're catching that shove it and you're finishing it. Pivoting, you're kind of pivoting around your front foot to finish it. So the last trick I'm going to teach is the frontside 3 shove. This one's pretty difficult because it feels kind of awkward for a lot of people to stay in this position and also be rotating their board in the frontside direction. So again, your body's not spinning at all for the frontside 3 shove. Your board's doing the 360 below your feet and you're staying centered over it. Frontside 3 shove. There we go. When you're learning these tricks, you want to learn them on the flats, and don't go bragging to your friends about learning them on the flats. It's like just the way you want to learn them. Hopefully you'll get to the point where you feel confident and comfortable enough to be doing them on waves or going out to waves and doing a 3 shove out, landing it, and then catching a wave. This is kind of just the best way to learn the tricks. Just practice them on the flats, going back and forth. But like I said, hopefully that's not what you know skimboarding as, and hopefully you know it more as a wave riding sport where you can do more skate style tricks like we just learned here. So thanks for watching. If you want to check out some of our other tutorials, you can go click the link over here. If you would like to subscribe to our channel and you found this video helpful, check it out over here. Thank you guys.
That was pretty good.
That was my best one yet, buddy. All right, I think we were done for the day.